Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this video for day 9 of the 30 days of Ho'oponopono challenge. This is the video for practicing our offering Ho'oponopono to our fears. So if you're not familiar with Ho'oponopono, it is an ancient Hawaiian forgiveness tradition, and it involves offering up the phrases I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you to any subject that is triggering you or that you have a negative charge with, an energy of tightness, heaviness, tension, pain, resistance, discomfort, whatever negative charge you want, whatever description word you have for it. So I already recorded the chat video for this, so that is a deep dive, kind of a squirrely dive. I go into a couple different places in there, but you're welcome into that. I really get authentic and vulnerable with you about the fears that I have and how I chose the subject of fear and where in my life I was seeing fear reflected back to me, ultimately inviting me into this practice to Ho'oponopono myself and all of the fears that I have. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of fears. I'm very frequently jumping into fear universes, despite the fact that I am one of those people who believe in everything working out for the best and who do believe that what we focus on we create, and somebody who really has consciously manifested things in their life to an extent that is magical and very powerful and very affirming. Despite all of that, there's still fear in me, and I want to address those fears today. And I want to address myself today and the collective, because I see the collective as very afraid right now, and I take responsibility for that. Ho'oponopono is about taking responsibility for what you're seeing out there as a reflection of in here. So I am sorry. This Ho'oponopono practice is going out to all of you, the collective, because I recognize the impact that my fear is having on this experience of our collective energies. So I'm going to be taking responsibility for that. You are allowed to practice this however you want to. I invite you to be in a space where you're comfortable, where you know you're not going to be disturbed. So if you have people in your space that might be disruptive to you, you can go ahead and let them know that you need some time and ask them to respect your personal space if that's possible. And a couple notes here. I've been adding this in the practices, but I'm going to just get all of the talky description stuff out of the way for those who might be new to this experience. So if you're not new, you guys can just like start setting your special space and getting ready and getting comfortable. Make sure that you have tea, make sure you're warm enough, or that you're not overheating. So meditation is a practice. It's not something you need to be perfect at, and it's going to be different every time you do it. It is the act of putting your mind and attention on one or two or a few things, rather than just allowing the mind to bounce back and forth on the ping pong table to whatever subject it wants to, right? So throughout a meditation practice, you might notice that your mind is thinking about other things. That's okay. Please be gentle with yourself. Please know that there is no reason for you to beat yourself up for something that your mind is trained to do and does most of your waking life, okay? It's not natural to expect yourself to have perfect focus the moment that you sit down to do this practice. That's why it's called a practice. You get better and better and better at it. As we're talking about that, we're also going to be talking about the imagination faculties. So we can use our sight, we can use our scent, we can use our feeling, we can use our inner knowing. We can see things, visualize, and intend things differently. So there are different aspects of the imagination faculties that you might have already developed. So you might have one of those senses that like really pops for you and you really have an experience in that sensory realm, or you may have underdeveloped senses completely and no experience at all, and you're just hoping and intending that this is working even though you have no experience of it beyond that. That's perfect too. Know that wherever you are is fine. Just start there. Apply yourself. Allow whatever you can allow to come up, imagination-wise, to come up. And let the rest of it go. Don't force it, okay? Just be gentle with yourself on this area too. So if I say visualize something or imagine something, you might smell it, you might feel it, you might just intend that it's there, you might hear it, okay? It might be different than seeing, and you don't have to beat yourself up about, whether or not you're having the correct experience. If you're having it, it's the correct experience for you, okay? I believe those are my two little lectures that I do during the practice. Oh, here's the last one. So as we go into this, I do invite you to say the words with as much feeling as possible. And even if you don't feel the truth of them at all, I just invite you to offer them up as truthfully as you can. And see how that develops, see how that plays out, and just observe your own internal state while this is happening, if you can do that. If you just want to focus on saying the words and that's all you can focus on, that's fine too. But I know some of us have the ability to observe ourselves in this kind of practice. So those of you who do, this is an invitation for you to remember to do that. Observe your own what's going on within you as you call up these phrases, because you might have an awareness come through as you're doing these focuses that really help you to see how this is reflecting in your life. Okay, so we're going to get comfortable, and I'm going to invite you to gently close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Deeper breath now than you've ever taken all day today. So deep breath in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. And deep breath in through the nose. And deep breath out through the mouth. And deep breath in and out. And return to your normal breathing, allowing yourself to come into this moment as you call in the imagination center, which is at the center of your forehead. So just look with your eyes, keep your focus on this area behind your forehead. This is like the movie screen in your mind, in your imagination. And I want to invite you to start to feel, see, or sense an object or objects that symbolize some of the things that you are afraid of. Whatever it is that you are afraid of, I want you to see some sort of representation of that, or you might just feel a representation of that, or you might just feel comfortable labeling each of those fears. Whatever experience you have, just call in, I would say up to 5. You can go up to 5 fears and see an object for one or each or all of those. So just take some time right now to breathe, to focus on this imagination center, and to get a sense of these fears that you are going to be offering up this forgiveness practice to. Just hold your awareness on these fears. Be aware of how you feel, how often you feel these fears a day, how quickly you jump to them. Or, you might notice how far away you are from them than you once were. You might be noticing progress that you have with these fears too. So just notice whatever's good and right for you when it comes to how you feel about these fears at this time in your life. And then we're going to offer up the first Ho'oponopono phrase, and we're going to start today with I am sorry. So I'm going to invite you to apologize to yourself or to apologize to the collective. It's up to you which focus you have here, but you're apologizing to either yourself for the fears that you have or you're apologizing to the collective, or you can extend it to both if that feels good to you. So as we are saying these phrases, because of our fears, we're really speaking directly to ourselves and or the collective, in relationship to the fears that we keep bringing up, that we keep feeling, that we keep feeding into the collective consciousness and vibration. So I invite you to say this phrase, I am sorry, over and over and over again with as much feeling as possible. And if you want to turn it into like a full phrase, I am sorry for being afraid of, and then list whatever it is that you're afraid of, go ahead and say the whole thing. Or you can just say, I'm sorry. Or you can say, I'm sorry, I've been afraid. I'm sorry, I've been afraid. I'm sorry, I've been so afraid. I'm sorry, I've been so afraid. Okay, and you can go at your own pace now, saying your I'm sorry. I'm going to do this practice with you, so I'll be vocalizing, but please go at your own pace and do your own internal experience of this. So, I'm sorry for being afraid. I'm sorry for being afraid. I'm sorry for being so 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 afraid. And when you are ready, we're going to be switching to the next phrase of please forgive me. So saying that out loud to yourself or to the collective for the fears that you have been indulging, feeling, and feeding. Please forgive me. 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 Please please forgive me, please forgive me. We're going to move on to the gratitude phrase of thank you, 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 than Move on to the final phrase. I love you. And this you can offer up to your fears as well as to yourself and or the collective. Really allowing ourselves to say I love you to the fears as well. Include that in here as we offer up our love. I love you. I love you. I love you. You, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. love you. I love you. I love you. And now we're going to offer up the 4 phrases. You can repeat any ones you want to. You can say all 4 of them together. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just do your own practice here, in whichever phrases you want to go to at this time. Love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose, still feeling and seeing the visualizations of your fears. Exhale out your mouth. Returning to your normal breathing, and I just invite you to see the manifestation of your fears releasing, disappearing, leaving the scene in a very easy and graceful way as you keep your eyes closed, but slowly bring movement back into your hands, back into your feet, back into your body. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I so very much appreciate you. As always, Namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.